the what's the tea out deck. Now then, if you don't like sort of blunt sort of gossip, like basically this deck it's quite harsh as well. It's about whoever is on your mind and what they're up to and stuff like that. Excuse me, it's a bit nosy, to be fair. But sometimes you just got to know, haven't you? Don't mean we have to do this with every single person in our life. That's ridiculous, because we've all got skeletons in our cupboards, and none of us are perfect, are we? But if there's somebody in your life that, let's put it this way, somebody on your life that's constantly on your mind, or you're a bit edgy about, or they've done you wrong, you might want to know what's going on. But if you're not really like that kind of thing, then if you love reading or something like that, maybe, or even just a more less toxic reading, if you like, then perhaps you need to scroll on, and I won't mind. I promise I won't mind. It's probably better to scroll on than be offended or upset by something, isn't it? But if you're not ready to hear this, it's probably not a good idea to be here. But maybe you are, maybe you are. To say. So let's do a bit of what's the tea, shall we? I'll start off with a thief card rather. Child services. Dirty offer. Kissing ass. Moves in silence. Oh dear. This hasn't been a very good situation at all, has it? There's been somebody in your life that's been a complete see you next Tuesday, but it's more than that. This person was a little bit on the dangerous side, really. So we're starting with the thief card. It says robbed, loss, theft, physical or emotional. I think you could maybe say all of those things. This person wasn't nice at all, was they? They probably came across as nice, but no. There's an issue with children here as well. Their children, somebody else's children, someone they were related to. But it says children in danger, family being reported, neglect or abuse suspected. Now they might not have been the child abusers, but somewhere along the line there is an element of child abuse here. And this might be the thing that drove this person, or it could be the thing that they were keeping secret and you found out about. This person wanted something off you bad. Made you a dirty offer. Tried to put you in a situation where either you would take the blame for it, or you would come off worse and they would walk away scot-free. And all the time they come across like they were kissing your ass, telling you how wonderful you are, and being pretty false, really. Because if you're ass kissing, you're not very genuine anyway, are you? This sort of person, not only do they move in silence, but you can't talk about anything. You had to be quiet, you had to be very careful about what you said, either to them or around them, or because you was worried about what other people would think or say. And it wasn't you, it was them. Also we got groupie. Yeah, they behaved like a groupie around you, but it was like a kind of love bombing kind of thing. You're the best thing in sliced bread. All the time they're robbing you blind, you know what I mean? Of your time, your energy, your emotions, maybe even your health. Haunted. The tables are turning on them now, because there's two things here. They could have been playing on your memories, your flashbacks, your trauma, things like that. Or it could be they're going through that right now. Love triangle. Third party involved, torn between multiple lovers. Yeah, it could have been that was playing you and your partner off one against the other. It might not have been like a love triangle in the sort of like having an affair kind of thing, but they could have put themselves between you and another, or they could have sent a minion in to do their bidding, if you like. Yeah, this is somebody, it says boss daddy, somebody who says stable, rich business owner, CEO, big dick energy. They made out there was a lot more than that they actually are. In fact, they had fuck all really, you know what I mean? Threatening. Power plays, controlling presence, you feel unsafe. Yeah, you would have felt very unsafe around this person because I think you were probably quite frightened at one point. Forcer, pushy energy, crosses your boundaries, gets what they want by any means, yeah. Don't give a fuck what you want, but they'll worm their way into your life and then just pushed and pushed and pushed till they got what they want. They didn't care what your boundaries were. As long as they were getting what they wanted, it didn't matter to them. Marrying for money. Yeah, I think you may have even found there was a situation where they were discussing marrying somebody just for the money. Or it could be that you wouldn't be surprised if that they did. And just one more card because it's quite an upsetting one. Bad karma, yeah. It's going to come rushing out of them and it's not far off because we're in a season of people getting their karma, whether it's good or bad right now. So, don't worry now. You're safe, you're out of that situation, it's time to move on. You're going to get the good karma because all you've tried to do was good for this person and they took your goodness and ran with it. I'm sorry about that, and I know it's a bad situation, but it's your time now. You've learned from it, that's the main thing. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. Bye for now. I didn't actually like leaving it like that. I think more needed to be said, to be quite honest. I think, it's safe to say that this person was fucking horrendous. This person did you a lot of wrong. To the point it was criminal. But all I am going to say to you is you're out of that now. And you might not feel safe for some time, but you're out of it now and you can begin to heal, move on. You may never be able to do anything about this, but you will have learned something from it. Not everybody's a good person and you will be quite guarded in the future, but that might not be a bad thing. This person obviously probably taught you that, not everybody is good and you do need to have your guard up at times, but we're all suckers for a sad case, you know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up about it, but just learn from it and just move forward. Because at the end of the day, you did nothing wrong, okay? You just cared. Anyway, I'll leave you with it.